it's been an expensive week, put it that way. Bought the engine for the BMW, and now I've picked up the air ride system for the Corvair. So, here it is. We have Airlift V2 management. I got the management via air compressor tank, which is wrapped in this lovely quilted jacket, I suppose you'd call it. Some airline and all the wiring which is in the car because we're currently trying to fit it. However, the kit was for it was off a Z3, so it came with the bags, the rear bags and the front bags. They're basically the same as E36, but I actually know the car these came off, and they barely did anything. We're currently on with putting the management in, routing all the wires and stuff like that. We still need a few adapter fittings because the fittings on my bags are 3/8 and the ones on the management are half inch. Is it half inch, quarter inch?
What?
Quarter inch, aren't they?
On the management?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quarter inch. So we need to step the 3/8 down to quarter inch, run all the lines, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't know how the wiring's going to work because this car is a generator, so I don't know if it'll pump enough electricity to actually fucking run it. But it should be alright, we'll see. So yeah, a lot of money in 1 week, but it set me up for winter, so got plenty to be getting on with now. There's the harness. I don't know if my unit's so dark. See there, the wiring goes into the back to the battery terminals. So you've got your positive, negative. Then you've got all this. So I don't know any. Tom's told me all this. I had no idea. So this wire, switch live. Connector for the management. Compressor line, compressor wires, so they run the compressor. Controller plug. And just a relay to run it all. So we've put the connections on the positive and the negative. Ran them into the car. Put it down there. Come out here. This is all excess. We don't need, like, we need literally this. So I don't know why they've given us all that, but so yeah, you've got plug for the management. That needs earthing somewhere. Tank. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the tank and the compressor in this compartment here, and maybe cover it to there. Build like a box to cover it all. Just because there's nowhere else really to put it all. I don't want to put it in the boot where the engine is. I don't want to put it in the front boot because that'll take up the entire boot and I'll have to run the lines all the way through the car. There's the compressor. Doesn't look that bad there.
It really doesn't, does it?
But
So
it'll make a lot of fucking noise.
Like that and that.
And then yeah, it comes with a fuse. So we're basically just putting connectors on, connecting stuff up that's been disconnected or put together badly. Some of it was like that. These connections to the compressor,
which is twisted,
like that, were just twisted on and taped. So that's not going to fly. But yeah, I've just said there. I think build like a box to that level.
Yeah.
To go like that. Yeah.
Hide it all. To
hide it all and insulate, like keep all the fucking noise in that box.
Yeah.
And it won't make a difference because it's behind the seats go here.
It's easier just like that.
It'd be easily laid down, yeah. So tank here, compressor there. Management in here somewhere.
Somewhere accessible.
It's only small. It's only small, so that'll fit in there. No worries.
We'd probably put it here.
Yeah, and then just run the line for the controller to the front.
Now running your airlines, Ben. there's a quite convenient
Could be all.
thing that goes all the way
Yeah, that goes in the bottom of the car.
to the bottom of the car,
That's where.
so you could tape up.
Yeah.
But it depends if you get down the back of your seat or not.
Just do it when the seat isn't in.
If not, just
Yeah.
fucking holes in here and.
Yeah. You can't really get to this. You can't get in there. You'd have to run the line down and then basically feed it past the engine and the box. Because the box sits under there.
I don't want to do that then.
Which I don't really want to do because it's airline.
No, for your regulars, there's loads of ways you could do that, isn't there?
For my what?
You're probably better off going out. Honestly, probably best off going out through underneath one of these.
Yeah. These
All
were,
four through one, and then.
They were for the air ducting. For the heating system, which I've deleted because it was full of asbestos.
This thing.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a lot of head scratching at the minute. So we have ran the switch live for the management into the engine bay down to the coil pack. So we have the live, the earth, live,
Just jerry rigged for now.
just hooked up to the battery out of the BM. And then in the back
It does read.
we have the compressor hooked up to the management hooked up to the battery, got the controller there. So yeah, it's all ready to fire up, and just to check that it actually works.
Yep.
So
If you turn the key.
I'll get in my car.
This is just to test it, mind.
Yeah, this is just a test. I'm not starting the car or anything, and nothing. We haven't got the tank in. None of the lines are ran. Nothing.
This is just to prove it.
So ignition on.
And you've got power to the.
Ignition's on.
Power to that. Power to that. Ideal.
So there we go.
Job the good one.
Air ride works in the Corvair. So
Well-
now we just need all the lines and the fittings. And we're away.
I'm laughing.
Massive job out the way. So we're all cosy in the back of the Corvair. We just used spade connectors to connect everything up, but I'm gonna put in Halfords. Bought some shrink wrap sleeves, so we're gonna.
Oh no.
Well, we were gonna.
No.
They don't fit.
No, we'll go on.
The blue ones any bigger?
Maybe. No, they're about the same, I think. We'll get them. Try
Just
it,
take a bit of persuading.
Definitely don't want to warm it up to try and get it on, do we?
No, because it's definitely going to shrink. It's just nice to use shrink wrap on connections,
Especially spades.
especially spades, because it just helps them not move.
Oh, lad.
If not, I think we'll have to tape them.
It's like putting a fucking Durex on an elephant.
Shrink wrap is so satisfying. It just looks nice
It's fucking cool, isn't it?
when it's done. Just looks mint.
When it actually shrinks.
Makes absolute hacks look like they know what they're doing.
It's a little bit smarter than it was.
I don't think you stretched this one out enough. Oh, no, it's going on.
Nah, you always stretch them out, mate.
We've got proper mighty car mods, fucking.
After some minor problems, we've managed to get the shrink tube in on
So, one
all
there.
of our connections.
Nice connection there,
And then another one
if you can see it.
there. So we've done that. So we've got
That's the wiring portion of the air ride.
pretty much done. We just got to tidy up the
Switch live.
switched live, and that end on the battery is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So we've just got to tidy up
Just tidy
where
up,
we're
just
keeping it, yeah.
Yeah, like housekeeping for it more than out else, because obviously this is a lot of excess that we don't need, that we're going to have to try and stash somewhere that doesn't look bad.
Yeah, and then we need to figure out where exactly you want the management and the compressor and the tank.
Yeah.
And sort of, well, we could fix it in place now, really, couldn't we?
Could do.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping us. Oh,
Self-tappers.
she's choked.
Right, so continuing on with the air ride install, I needed some 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapters for the airlines, because the airline that I bought, the fittings I bought for the bags were 3/8, and the airline for the air ride kit for the V2 is 1/4. So Elliot, who I bought the engine off, he managed to get me some fittings, some adapter fittings. So I'll show you them. There you go. So it's just connector from the big pipe to the small pipe. So now what we're going to do is I've ran all the lines through the car to the back where I'm putting the management. Now I just need to tie wrap all the lines down so they're safe and out of the way and they can't catch on anything. I've also bought some screws to attach the tank and the compressor down to the floor, and then what we're going to do is this whole area here is going to have, I'm going to get Matty to build me a enclosed parcel shelf basically, so it'll go up here back to the back window. So yeah, that should keep the noise to a minimum, and it'll just tidy it up, but you won't be able to see any of the air ride or any of that sort of stuff, so it just neatens the interior up. So yeah, we'll start tie wrapping the lines up. Okay, so a few hours later, I've run all the lines. So I managed to reuse, this was a power steering line clamp off of an E24 that I broke last year, I think it was. So that I've reused that just to tidy these wires up. We've got them all routed safely. I don't know if you can see because the light's terrible. There's the line all the way up into the bulkhead. Same on the other side. Like I said, I don't know if you can see it there. Goes down there, down this channel, and then comes out here, up there, and into the management. So I have bolted down the management to the bottom to the car and the compressor, both neatly tucked away. I've ran the lines to the tank and out of the tank. Oh, bastard. All that's left is to mount the tank. So I think what I'm going to do, because there's no real easy way to get into the mounting holes in there, I'm going to use angle, drill it in there and drill it into the side of the tank on both sides, and then that'll hold it in place. Like I say, it doesn't need to be properly stuck down there. It's, as long as it's mounted on these legs, it'll be fine. So yeah, good progress made on the air ride. So we'll move on to the next job.